amid the chaos, we have some big news. There is an executive order for a sovereign wealth fund. Now, it doesn't really mention crypto anywhere in there, but a couple of crypto heads, notably Cynthia Loomis, are thinking that this might be an executive order to buy Bitcoin. But right now, I believe it is basically aimed at trying to buy TikTok at this point. Because this article basically says Trump signs, this is from CNBC, Trump signs order establishing a sovereign wealth fund that he says could buy TikTok. Now, for those of you that don't know, TikTok has been given, I think, 75 or 90 days to be brought out by an American company, or they have to kiss the United States goodbye. I don't really know how that's going to work out. Originally, TikTok did not want to comply, but they're trying to work out some kind of a deal. I'm not really sure if they will. So the thing is, like, President Trump signed an executive order that outlines plans for a government-run sovereign wealth fund to serve as an economic development tool and perhaps be used by TikTok. So essentially, among the aims for the fund would be helping develop infrastructure such as airports and roadways, and could help the U.S. extend its influence in areas such as the Panama Canal and Greenland. So I guess it's just kind of like a fund for the U.S. to do whatever stuff it actually wants to do. So we're going to stand this thing up within the next 12 months. So essentially, it's going to be happening in 2025. I mean, I guess it could happen in January 2026, but most likely in 2025. They're going to monetize the asset side of the U.S. balance sheet for the American people. So it's not really a savings account, more or less. It's basically like kind of a fund to do stuff, which doesn't make too much sense to me, but whatever. It's cool if they have like just an extra fund to do like priority projects, I suppose. There were no other details for a fund. Trump said during his campaign he could bring back great national endeavors. So kind of like the whole putting a man on the moon thing, or building a Great Wall. And that's not something America did, but China did many, many years ago, obviously. And he said like tariffs could actually provide the funding, which probably won't happen because the last time he did tariffs, he had to pay subsidies to the farmers, which the tariffs took away from, and that actually cost more than the tariffs generated. So I'm not really sure if that's true or not. Of course, like I said, the focus is a deal where the U.S. would become a partner in social media platform TikTok, would be one potential use. And of course, like, that's to prevent them from just completely disappearing from the US. They got over like 150 million users, and that's kind of like a business that they want to stay in the US. And plus, a lot of people do make living off TikTok. I'm not such one that does that. I make most of my living off of YouTube and websites, but TikTok is becoming a more important part of it, although I really don't like TikTok all that much because of their format. So that's kind of what the Sovereign Wealth Fund is. But, U.S. Senator Cynthia Loomis suggested that Trump's executive order creating a U.S. sovereign fund was a big deal for Bitcoin. I don't really see it based on the way he worded his sovereign fund, but we all know that crypto people tend to have like a self-centered view. Like, like if it's a sovereign wealth fund, even though it doesn't mention Bitcoin, it has to be Bitcoin and crypto. But we all know that's not the case. He does have an executive order out to look at creating a crypto reserve. So there is some hope for that, but I still don't think this is about crypto. So the executive order we're talking about, signed February 3rd, directing Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick to begin a process that will hopefully result in the creation of an American Wealth Sovereign Fund. So once again, he wants to do it in the next 12 months. Wyoming Senator Cynthia Loomis posted on X after the EO signing to hint that the Sovereign Wealth Fund could be used to buy Bitcoin. Of course, there's no real evidence of that, but I'm hoping it's true, and it does become part of the Strategic Reserve Plan. But, Cynthia Loomis, she is a senator, probably has inroads with President Trump, so maybe what she is saying does have some grounding. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a nice day.